Hello, welcome back to Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition. Here I am back on Tuchanka, as you can tell, with my good boy Urs.
To pit living beings against each other for entertainment. Unforgivable. If I survive your mission, I may return here and instruct the Krogan on compassion. I'll need many bullets.
Nice. Alright,
Shepard, what can I do for you, my friend?
so yeah, let's find out about Malin.
I'm looking for a Solarian. He was captured by the Blood Pack and brought here.
My scout commander can direct you. He's probably near the perimeter running target practice. Don't take too much of his time. I need a constant watch on the other clans.
I
Alright,
need to go. We'll go over this another time.
Hunt well, Shepard.
too bad I can't bring Urs with me on the mission I'm about to go on. Having a Baron along would probably be pretty useful,
Eyes straight ahead.
but you can't adopt them. 36.
Give me a reason. Step back. Don't touch anything. Should you be in here?
I'll take it.
Alright. Gonna buy it because eventually I'm sure I'll be getting all the upgrades.
Things would last longer if they didn't hit it.
One wrong step, Shepard.
Alright. I will be back on Tuchanka one more, or I will be back in this base one more time. So I suppose I don't really need to buy
Here
everything.
you killed a Thresher Maw. Impressive.
Screw it, why not? Absolutely do not need it. We'll never need it. We'll never use it. But
Why bother?
why not have it?
You know you've sired a son. That's enough. I can teach him to hunt. The best way. One more win in the pits, and I'm retiring.
Alright.
What do you want, human? Rex told me to be polite. He didn't say you were going to talk to me.
I'm looking for a Solarian. The Blood Pack captured him and he was last seen around here.
I heard about that Solarian. Poor bastard. If it's Blood Pack, then Clan Weirlock has him. Sent one of my scouts to check it out, but he never reported back. Guess they got him, too. Chief told me to give you one of the trucks. Just follow the highway to Weirlock's base, if you've got the quads to deal with him in the Blood Pack.
I do have the quads. If you see that, once again, you see that whole joke from Mass Effect 1 about Krogan having four testicles. The fan term of having a quad.
What can you tell me about Clan Weirlock's base?
Last I heard, the clan was holed up in an old hospital. I haven't seen it, though. I've only seen Clan Weirlock from a distance. If I'd gotten closer, I'd have taken a shot. You get inside, though, bring a big gun. Weirlock's base is crawling with Blood Pack.
That doesn't sound too defensible. Why'd they hole up there?
Any hospital on Tuchanka has to be built well enough to withstand a bunch of enraged Krogan. When an
Fair.
injury forces us to switch over to secondary organs, things get messy. Higher thought processes don't always transition properly. Blood rage, they call it.
Yeah, we haven't really seen that. I think we might hear Krogan yell that out.
Any idea what they're doing with the Solarian?
I assume they wanted to torture him. You don't take somebody home just to kill them. It's messy. Maybe he pissed off the Blood Pack, and they brought him here for special treatment. No skin off my hump what they'd do with him. One less alien on Tuchanka.
You don't seem to have much love lost for aliens.
Can you
Don't
blame
get
him?
your quads in a twist. If I was gonna kill you, you'd know it. Rex believes we need to unite the Krogan people. I don't think we can do that with off-worlders interfering, but it's not my call.
He's probably not wrong.
What's Clan Werlock's reputation? And how are they involved with the Blood Pack?
Tough humps, and they're not friendly like we are. You ever run into the Blood Pack? Mercenary gang.
Yep.
Clan Werlock started
Killed a bunch of them.
one of the only gangs with an off-world presence. They're fanatics, totally devoted to Werlock Guld. Whatever they did with your Solarian, Guld's behind it.
What makes Guld so special?
He's got 2 children. One of them is a girl. Some people think he's got a destiny. Not me. I had a cousin who won 20 consecutive games of Quasar.
Damn.
Lucky bastard. I'd ask my cousin for a loan, but I wouldn't swear allegiance to him. Luck. That's all it is. Same for Guld.
I like this. I like the Chief Scout. He's got a good, he's got a smart worldview. He's a reasonable guy.
But the Blood Pack has non-Krogan members like Vorcha.
Ha! The Vorcha. They're just like the Varen. Only they can use guns and don't crap on the floor as often.
As
The Krogan
often.
are the only real members of the Blood Pack. Anyone else is just there to soak enemy fire.
Fair enough. Alright. So, let's go check out a Krogan hospital. So yeah, some of the more useful people here. Now, you would think that I'd bring Grunt. Grunt seems like a good choice. And from a gameplay perspective, Grunt is definitely a strong choice to bring. Krogan against Krogan. Surprisingly, he has almost nothing to say throughout the entire mission. Like, you'd think he would, given, you know, Krogan Hospital, fighting a bunch of Krogan, the rescue of Solarian, who worked on genophage modification. You would think that Grunt would have something to say. But he doesn't. Which is just a real missed opportunity as far as I'm concerned. No one has anything really useful to say during the mission. So, for the most part, it's just going to be, who do you figure is going to be the most useful person to bring along? I don't think Garrus is necessarily the most useful person to bring along, but he does have, Garrus, Tali, and Kasumi are the 3 who have the best lines in the mission. I'll mention what the Tali and Kasumi lines are when we get to them. I'm going to bring Garrus, just because he does get a really good line. Tuchanka! Big truck. That seems like a fun way to get out.
You got it.
Wondering if I should have taken away his heavy overload and instead invested in armor-piercing ammo just for this mission. Too late now. I think there's an ammo locker somewhere around here, which is weird. Yeah, weapons locker. Yeah, like I don't understand why there's a weapons locker right at the start of the mission. Like you've literally just chosen your weapons.
Enemies ahead!
Yeah. Tuchanka! There's monsters. Oh, jeez. Ah.
Just needing to help. Wish I were standing downwind.
Yeah. Yeah, it's, there's nothing too serious, here.
Headed for combat.
Gotcha!
Should probably switch back to the heavy pistol. If I'm honest. Huh?
Killed that one.
2 for 1. Got myself a nice 2 for 1 deal. Okay, that's a little bit further.
Shoot one down.
Him up.
difficult.
Giblets.
Concussive shot ready.
That's the outside complete. Piece of cake. And hey, yeah, we were looking for one of these things, as you recall. Eh. Forgot that was there. Doesn't really matter. Alright, so we're about to get, we're about to get a scene that has a renegade interrupt. I just want you to admire how...
Repurposed Krogan Hospital. Sturdy, built to withstand punishment.
That's unfortunate. Hospitals aren't fun to fight through.
What is fun to fight through?
Gardens, electronic shops, antique stores, but only if they're classy.
Yeah, that's one of the best lines. And if you bring Kasumi along, then when Mordin comments on the hospital, Kasumi will say that it sounds like he's familiar with the place. Mordin will say that it's a good place for genophage drops. She'll ask if he's always thinking about things like that, thinking about that sort of thing. To which he responds, no, sometimes fall asleep.
That body, human. Need to take a look. Sores, tumors, ligatures showing restraint at wrists and ankles, track marks for repeated injection sites.
Ew.
Test subject. Victim of experimentation.
I don't suppose there's a way to tell who this poor bastard was.
No tattoos or ID. Maybe slave or prisoner, maybe merc or pirate. Irrelevant now. Clearly part of Krogan tests to cure genophage. Humans useful as test subjects. Genetically diverse. Enables exploration of treatment modalities.
Experimenting on humans? That kind of crap is what makes Cerberus start to seem like a good idea.
Never used humans myself. Disgusting, unethical, sloppy. Used by brute force researchers, not thinkers. No place in proper science. Krogan use of humans, unsurprising.
If you have Miranda or Jacob along, then your mention of that sort of crap makes Cerberus start to seem like a good idea. Miranda will make a comment about that going in the report. I think Jacob says, something agreeing with it. I will say, humans actually have relatively little genetic diversity compared to most other species. It's one of those things where, basically, they're trying to make humans seem special by saying, oh, humans have greater genetic diversity. But it's actually, but we just don't have that much genetic diversity. I suppose, compared to the other alien species, I don't know. It's one of those things that they, frankly, they didn't really put that much thought into it. They just wanted to make humans seem more special.
I imagine you had to do some live subject testing while developing the new genophage.
No, unnecessary. Limited tests to simulations, corpses, cloned tissue samples. High-level tests on Varen. No tests on species with members capable of calculus. Simple rule, never broke it.
That is a good rule. I think crows might actually be capable of arithmetic, basic calculus.
How are humans more genetically diverse?
More variable. Peaks and valleys, mutations, adaptations, far beyond other life. Makes humans useful test subjects. Larger reactions to smaller stimuli.
I know we can look much different from each other, but Asari have a wide range of skin tones.
No, ignore superficial appearance, down to genetic code. Biotic abilities, intelligence levels. Can look at random Asari, Krogan, make reasonable guess. Humans, too variable to judge. Outliers in all species, of course. Geniuses, idiots. But human probability curve offers greater overall variety.
We don't. But whatever.
Wouldn't something native to Tuchanka work better? Varen, maybe?
Yes, human experiments strictly high-level, concept testing. Native Tuchanka fauna likely used later in development stages. Wise to delay use of Varen until necessary. Powerful bite.
There.
What can you tell about their experiments from looking at the body?
Position of tumors suggests deliberate mutation of adrenal, pineal glands, modifying hormone levels, counterattack on glands hit by genophage. Clever.
Do you think they're close to curing the genophage?
Can't say. Need more data. Conceptually sound, though. Genophage alters hormone levels, could repair damage with hormonal counterattack.
Now we've got 2 reasons to shut this place down.
Focus on Malin. Too late to help the dead.
He's not wrong. Alright. And I think... Yes, so it's going to be in here. In here is going to be... Gonna switch to my phalanx real quick. Switch into this phalanx.
Change weapons!
Is going to be quite the renegade interrupt.
I am the speaker for Clan Werelock, Offworlders. You have shed our blood. By rights, you should be dead already. But Werelock Gold, the chief of chiefs, has ordered that you be given leave to flee and spread the message of our coming.
The Werelock clan speaker is actually voiced by Fred Tedeschiori, who, obviously, as I've mentioned before, voiced Saren. So, yeah. So once again, right off the bat, we're just the voice is sort of a tip-off of why you don't like this guy.
Krogan don't generally let people go. What does Clan Werelock have planned?
If you walk away now, you can tell your children that you saw Clan Werelock before our blood pack conquered the stars. You think the Erd not impressive? They are pitiful! Werelock Gold will destroy them! The Solarian will cure the genophage, and Clan Werelock will spread across the galaxy in a sea of blood!
Appears they discovered Malin's work. Unfortunate.
So that's why they took him.
It doesn't have to happen like this. I can understand wanting to cure the genophage.
No, human, you understand nothing! You have not seen the piles of children that never lived. The Krogan were wronged. We will make it right, and then we will have our revenge!
I can definitely understand, you know, that line about piles of children who never made it. That's a powerful image right there.
Half the galaxy sees the Krogan as victims. If you start a war, you'll lose their support.
We have the Blood Pack, and we have the Solarian. When our clan numbers in the millions, we will not need support.
Do you have
when
ships?
we cure the genophage, Warlock Gold will rule all Krogan. The Krogan rebellions will become the Krogan Empire. The surviving races will frighten their children with tales of what the Blood Pack did to the Turians. The Asari will scream as their citadel
Alright, that's
plunges-
tough.
Too much.
It cuts a long
A
time.
human cannot hit a simple target.
See the bodyguards stepping back? I like the bodyguards stepping away. I like the bodyguards just being like, yeah, screw it, let this guy die.
Here, enjoy.
Careful! This should slow him down.
Shields have failed.
This should slow.
Ugh. Guy had less health. Guy didn't have much health left, I guess. So yeah, that renegade interrupt, it stays for a long time. They really want you to kill that guy. Like, that is the longest interrupt in the trilogy. Like, it just goes on and on as he continues to rant and rave. I don't remember how long it is. I don't remember how many more lines he's got. If you choose not to take the interrupt, which, why would you not, considering how long it goes for? But, if you decide not to take it, then it just means you have to, that once he's finished ranting, you have to kill him. So it just means one extra Krogan to kill. Not a big deal. But I love the way the bodyguards just step back. Or the other Krogan. They just, like, oh yeah, this guy's about to die. This guy's about to die, and I'm not going to be the one to warn him. He's too...
Labs likely through there. Can smell antiseptic. Hint of dead flesh.
That's another moment where a few people get lines. Tally mentions being glad she can turn off her olfactory sensors. I think Grunt sarcastically thanks Mordin for that or something like that. I don't remember. Yeah, a couple of lines. A couple of characters get lines.
Active console may contain useful data. One moment. Genetic sequences. Hormone mutagens still steady. Protein chains, live tissue, clone tissue. Very thorough. Standard treatment vectors. Avoiding scorched earth immunosuppressants to alter hormone levels. Good. Hate to see that.
Most people wouldn't be so casual about developing a sterility plague, Mordin.
Not developing, modifying, much more difficult, working within confines of existing genophage, 100 times the complexity. Errors unacceptable, could cause total sterility, malignant tumors, could even reduce effectiveness, worse than doing nothing. Had to keep Krogan population stable. 1 in 1,000. Perfect target, optimal growth. Like gardening.
You're saying you were working just as hard to keep their population from falling?
Yes, could have eradicated Krogan. Not difficult. Increased mutation to degrade genetic structure further. Chose not to. Rachni extinction tragic. Didn't want to repeat. All life precious. Universe demands diversity.
You know, it does say a lot about his
Pretty it
mindset.
up however you like. You're talking about murdering millions.
No, murdered no one. Altered fertility, prevented fetal development of nervous system. Have killed many, Shepard. Many methods. Gunfire, knives, drugs, tech attacks. Once with farming equipment, but not with medicine.
Farming equipment. I like that one just being thrown in for whatever. But yeah, it's a complex issue.
What was it like working on the genophage modification project?
Best years of my life. Wake up with ideas, talk over breakfast, experiments all morning. Statistical analysis in afternoon, run new simulations during dinner, set data runs to cook overnight. Laughter, ego, argument, passion, galaxy's biggest problem, massive resources thrown at us. Got anything we wanted.
Do you keep in touch with your old team members?
No. All changed with deployment. Made test drop on isolated Krogan clan, hit rest of Tuchanka when results were positive. End of project. Separate ways. Watching it end, watching birth rates drop. Personal. Private. Not appropriate for team.
Sounds like you were pretty important. How'd you go from that to running a clinic on Omega?
Wanted to heal people. Good use of last decade. Something easy. No ethical concerns. Understand rationale for modified genophage, right choice. Still, hard to sleep some nights.
Yeah, this is a really good mission. And there's a reason Mordin is up there among one of the top squad picks for a lot of people. Not necessarily the favorite, but one of the favorites for just about everybody, I think. And this mission is a big part of why.
How can you agree with using the genophage, Mordin? Look at what happened to Tuchanka as a result.
State of Tuchanka not due to genophage. Nuclear winter caused by Krogan before Salarians made first contact. Krogan choices. Refuse truce during Krogan rebellions. Expand after Rachni wars. Splinter after genophage. Genophage medical, not nuclear. No craters from virus. Damage caused by Krogan, not Salarians, not me.
The effects on Tuchanka are still your responsibility. You upgraded the virus that kept them in barbarism.
Krogan committed war crimes. Refused to negotiate. Turian defeat not complete. Krogan could have recovered, attacked again. Conventional war too risky. Krogan forces too strong. Genophage was only option. Krogan forced genophage, us or them. No apologies for winning. Wouldn't have minded peaceful solution.
So if the Krogan banded together and formed a united government, you'd welcome that.
Yes, United Krogan saved Galaxy, destroyed Rachni. Genophage not punishment, simply alters fertility to correct for removal from hostile environment.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, like, the Krogan breed ridiculously fast. So, yeah, I mean, you definitely get where
We're
he's
not
coming
gonna
from.
find Malin staring at consoles. Come on.
Dead Krogan, female. Tumors indicate experimentation. No restraint marks. Volunteer. Sterile Werelock female willing to risk procedures. Hoped for cure. Pointless. Pointless waste of life.
I didn't expect you to be disturbed by the sight of a dead Krogan.
What? Why? Because of genophage work? Irrelevant. No. Causative. Never experimented on live Krogan, never killed with medicine. Her death, not my work. Only reaction to it. Goal was to stabilize population. Never wanted this. Can see it logically. But still unnecessary. Foolish. Waste of life. Hate to see it.
I didn't think you'd had much direct contact with things like this. Did you come to Tuchanka after dropping your plague?
Yearly recon missions. Water, tissue samples. Ensure no mistakes. Superiors offered to carry it on. Refused. Need to see it in person. Need to look. Need to see. Accept it as necessary. See small picture. Remind myself why I run a clinic on Omega. Rest, young mother. Find your gods. Find someplace better.
I didn't expect spirituality from you, Mordin.
Genophage modification project altered millions of lives, then saw results. Ego, humility, juxtaposition, frailty of life, size of universe. Explored religions after work completed. Different races. No answers. Many questions.
Sounds like you were trying to deal with your guilty conscience. The doctor who killed millions.
Modified genophage project great in scope. Scientifically brilliant. But ethically difficult. Krogan reaction visceral, tragic. Not guilty, but responsible. Trained as doctor, genophage affects fertility, doesn't kill. Still, caused this. Hard to see big picture behind pile of corpses.
Oof. Hell of a lot.
Can you really just rationalize it all away? How do you justify it?
Wheel of life. Popular Solarian concept. Similar to human Hinduism in focus on reincarnation. Appealing to see life as endless. Fix mistakes in next life. Learn, adapt, improve. Refuse to believe life ends here. Too wasteful. Have more to offer. Mistakes to fix. Cannot end here. Could do so much more.
If you need this much soul-searching to get over it, maybe the genophage was wrong.
Had to be done. Rachni wars, Krogan rebellions, all pointed to Krogan aggression. So many simulations. Effects of Krogan population increase, all pointed to war. Extinction. Genophage or genocide. Save galaxy from Krogan. Save Krogan from galaxy.
You could have cured the genophage instead. Brought hope to the Krogan. They'd have rejoiced.
Assumes human reaction. Krogan stimulus response different. Harsh environment. Take chance to fight. Flee. Would have caused chaos on Tuchanka. Victor would have war economy. Bloodthirsty army. Galactic expansion only logical outcome. More war. Genophage saved lives. War would have ended.
So you're willing to sterilize a species based on the evidence of a few simulations?
Yes. Millions of data points. Years of arguments. Countless scenarios. All noted Krogan fragmentation as dangerous. No unified culture to support repopulation. Would have been war. Turians and humans destroying Krogan utterly. Genophage was better. Saved lives.
It's tough. It's really complicated. No, he's probably not wrong. The genophage ending probably would have resulted in Krogan going back to war. And that would have meant that, the only solution to that, given Krogan birth rates, would have been total annihilation of the Krogan species. Which, not great. So yeah, it is a legitimately complicated question.
Look at the dead woman, Mordin. It doesn't look like you saved her.
No, it doesn't. Worked with available data. Only option. No other possible. Doesn't matter.
interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it is just like really hard to know sort of who's right, who's wrong. What's right and wrong in this situation? There we go. Alright, and this conversation has one line that gets a fantastic reaction from Tally.
You killed the Blood Pack guards.
Not Blood Pack, not member of Clan Werlock. Wrong clan markings.
I'm an Erdnot scout. Werlock guards got me. Brought me here.
The Chief Scout told us to watch for you. We've taken out the guards. Get back to Erdnot.
I can't. The Werlock did things to me. Drugs. Injections. Said I was sacrificing for the good of all Krogan. Experiments to cure the genophage. Everything's blurry. Hard to think. Have to stay.
This Krogan is voiced by Mark Meir.
Mordin, can you get him back on his feet? Stims, maybe? Something to bolster his immune system?
You don't understand. I'm not too sick to leave. I have to stay. They're curing the genophage. They're gonna make it all better. They have to keep doing the tests.
Caution, Shepard. Patient unstable, susceptible, brainwashed.
Well, I'm not just gonna leave him here.
Why do you want them to keep doing the tests?
This is my fault. I got caught. Wasn't strong enough. Not good enough. This is the best I can do. This is all I can do. I'm not big enough to have a real shot with the females. I'll never have kids of my own. But if I help undo the genophage, then I mattered.
Poor guy.
Millions of children will be born. Werlock children. They're gonna destroy the other clans.
But... No. No, they said I was helping Erdnot.
If you want to help Erdnot, you need to get back there. But it would take a real badass to make it back to camp while injured.
I can do it.
Here we go.
You? I said a badass, not some scout whining like a Quarian with a tummy ache.
I can do it. I'm up. And I'm going to the female camp.
Damn right you are. Get back there and show them what you're worth. Go! Go!
There's no pep talk like a military pep talk.
Yeah, so if you bring Tally with you, then the bit about a Quarian with a tummy ache, Tally will just be like, "Hey, I'm standing right here." So, pretty great line. And then when the scout leaves, she'll be like, "I can't believe that worked." Yeah, it's just like, "Hey, I'm right here."
Shepard, I'm detecting crates ahead that are holding unstable materials. A misplaced shot could cause a significant explosion.
Or a well-placed shot. Explosives useful. Burn through Krogan armor.
So, yeah, that's why the three best characters to bring along for this mission are either Garrus, Tally, or Kasumi, because each of them gets one really good moment, one really amusing moment.
Get ready to fight. One down. Thought I was harmless, did you? Do the... trick.
Yeah, this part actually is kinda tough. Just because there's a lot of Krogan to get through. Mordin, don't stand there.
Right there. Of course.
And you too, Garrus.
Understood.
There's gonna be more coming. Where are they? Here they come, I think. Again, Mordin, don't stand
Not a problem.
directly.
One down. Just the thing to help. Kill that one.
Did I get them all? That was easier than I remember. Might be because it's, I'm doing it fairly late. I'm already pretty high level at this point. I'm already pretty strong. But I feel like I remember this mission just being tougher. Whatever. All's well that ends well. Oh, actually, I don't think it is over. Okay, yeah. Yeah, there's more down here.
Incoming. Should do the trick.
Get ready for close combat! Nothing to worry about.
And Werelock Gold there is voiced by Jim Cummings, who also voiced Patriarch and a few other...
Deploying incineration set.
And yeah, pretty easy. Alright. I recall the fight being tougher. But... But clearly it's actually not all that tough. I don't know, I probably just used bad strategies in the past when doing this mission, would be my guess. I can't get over there. Alright. And that's all the fighting. We killed Werlock Gold, so now it's just a matter of getting Malin out. That one was easy.
I'll take it.
Heavy weapon ammo. Nice. Always good to have. That one is always good to have. And now a really good scene.
Malin, alive, unharmed. No signs of restraint, no evidence of torture. Don't understand.
For such a smart man, Professor, you always had trouble seeing evidence that disagreed with your preconceptions. How long will it take you to admit that I'm here because I wish to be here?
He wasn't kidnapped. He came here voluntarily to cure the genophage.
Impossible. Whole team agreed. Project necessary.
How was I supposed to disagree with the great Dr. Solus? I was your student! I looked up to you!
Experiments performed here. Live subjects, prisoners, torture and executions. You're doing?
We've already got the blood of millions on our hands, Doctor. If it takes a bit more to put things right, I can deal with that.
Ooh. Not good.
You honestly think the experiments you did here are justified?
We committed cultural genocide. Nothing I do will ever be justified. The experiments are monstrous because I was taught to be a monster.
Mordin, did you ever perform experiments like this?
No. Never taught you this, Malin.
So your hands are clean. What does it matter if the ground is stained with the blood of millions? You taught me that the end justified the means. I will undo what we did, Professor. The only way I know how.
What happens if the genophage is cured and the Krogan expand again? That will be on your head.
We justified this atrocity by saying the Krogan would cause havoc and war if their population recovered. But look at the galaxy. Batarian attacks in the Traverse, Geth attacks in the Citadel. Is this a more peaceful universe? The assault on your Eden Prime might never have happened if we had let the Krogan recover. We'll never know.
How would a Krogan population explosion have done anything to stop Saren and the Geth?
An increased Krogan population would have forced the Council to take steps, likely involving colony rights in the Traverse. The Turian fleets would be vigilant for any military activity in the area. They might have stopped the Geth at Eden Prime.
Nope.
Supposition. Impossible to be certain.
Don't you see? We tried to play God and we failed. We only made things worse, and I'm going to fix it.
You talked about killing, but the genophage isn't lethal. It only affects fertility rates.
Krogan fight over fertile females. They become mercenaries or pirates because they see no alternative. They would be thriving in a cultural renaissance now had we not decided that this is what they deserved.
Inaccurate. Krogan population resulted in war. Simulations were clear.
Why work with Clan Werlock? And how did you access the genophage data?
The data was easy to obtain. We all still had clearance. We were heroes. All I had to do was ask. As for the Werlock, they were the only clan with both the resources and the commitment.
Erdnot has a larger camp than Werlock. Why not use them?
Erdnot Rex is too soft. He wasn't willing to do the experiments I needed. It's Erdnot's loss and Werlock's gain. Their clan will be the first to recover from the crime we committed.
Yeah, Malin is probably incorrect in his assumptions about what would have happened.
Malin clearly doesn't need rescuing. What do you want to do?
Have to end this.
You can't face the truth, can you? Can't admit that your brilliant mind led you to commit an atrocity!
Ooh, that works.
Unacceptable experiments. Unacceptable goals. Won't change. No choice. Have to kill you.
Wait, you don't need to do this, Mordin. You're not a murderer.
Like Malin's nodding.
No, not a murderer. Thank you, Shepard. Finished, Malin. Get out. No Weirlock left. Project over.
What if he talks to more Krogan? Tells the public about the modified genophage project?
Special Tasks Group good at covering tracks. No proof. Weirlock willingness to work with Salarian, unusual. Other Krogan will kill him.
Aren't you worried that he'll start his research again?
No, locking this unit. Special Task Group can cut access to old data. Could start from scratch. Decades of work, though. Didn't teach you everything I knew.
Nice boast there.
You heard the professor. Get out before he changes his mind.
Where am I supposed to go, Professor?
Don't care. Try Omega. Can always use another clinic.
The Krogan didn't deserve what we did to them, Professor. The genophage needs to end.
Not like this. Apologies, Commander. Misunderstood mission parameters. No kidnapping. My mistake. Thank you.
He does a really good job. Like, he's just great. Oh, I should mention Malin is voiced by Stefan Marks, who doesn't really voice much else in the game. He does a couple other minor voices, but nothing worth mentioning. Yeah, such good acting. Voice acting.
Don't worry about me, Mordin. How are you doing?
Should have killed him. Wanted to. Easier than listening. Easier for him, too. Experiments indicate how far he's fallen. Expected it from Krogan. Not one of mine.
Maybe you'll remember that the next time you're discussing the ethics of the genophage.
Yes. So many variables. Stress responses. Impossible to truly predict. Something to think about. Malin's research. Only loose end. Could destroy it. Closure. Security. Still valuable, though.
Yeah, this is a tough one.
This is the research that includes tests on living victims. It's tainted.
Right now, victims died for nothing. Keep it. Use it. Death's worth something. Malin's work could cure genophage. Don't know. Effects on Krogan. Effects on Galaxy. Too many variables. Too many variables.
So, I'll mention, just as a spoiler, this choice does have a pretty major effect, actually, in Mass Effect 3. That said, this is legitimately a difficult choice. Because the research was done through unethical means. So after World War II, there was actually a bit of debate in the scientific community about what to do with some of the scientific research that was done by Nazi scientists in the concentration camps. There was a debate about, whether to keep it or destroy it. Because, it's... Because, it is kind of a tough... It was kind of a tough call to make. In this case, in the case of the Nazi research, a lot of the information gathered was, truthfully, not all that useful. So that, I think, made it a little bit easier. There was some that was useful, and did end up being cited in later information So it's so it was a difficult debate among the scientific community, and it's the same here. Is the information that was obtained worth keeping, given the methods used to obtain it? On a personal level, just like speaking personally, I'm inclined to believe no. The inhumane nature of the experiments does make the research less worthwhile to keep. I'm gonna go with this for gameplay purposes, and I suppose my shepherd has different feelings, but personally, I do personally believe that Malin's research was horribly unethical. He did terrible things. He killed people in the pursuit of his research, and that sort of thing needs to be condemned. It can't be justified, would be my feeling. Just by the way the research was acquired, I feel like keeping the research would, to a certain extent, justify Malin's methods. And I believe that it's important not to justify those types of methods. That's my personal belief. I imagine a lot of people are going to disagree with that. A lot of people will have sort of like Mordin there. The research is there. Getting rid of it doesn't do anything for the victims. It won't bring back the victims. So I imagine a lot of people are going to have that attitude, which I can definitely understand. So, like I said, I'm just giving my opinion. Feel free to note yours in the comments. But
you regret what the Krogan have become. You see the horror of what they did here, but you see the loss too.
Wasted potential.
They don't deserve this, Mordin. Save the data.
Point taken, Shepard. Capturing data. Wiping local copy. Still years away from cure, but closer than starting from scratch. Done. Ready to go. Ready to be off Tuchanka. Anywhere else. Maybe somewhere sunny.
Before I leave,
look around a bit more.
Yeah. One more computer to hack. Oops. This is, I think, maybe the only mission in the game where there is actually a reason to stick around, like where there's something you can't get before ending the mission. So it's the only, I feel like it's the only mission in the game where I'm pretty sure the only mission in the game where it's worthwhile to stay after for any reason once you've completed the final objective. Troubled by Clan Werlock's progress toward genophage cure without Cerberus knowledge, Cure data may prove useful. Krogan dangerous, but if recruited as shock troops against Reapers, extremely valuable. Mordin's assistant is no longer a problem. Mordin will have no trouble focusing on the mission. And Neural Shock, pretty useful. New outfit for Mordin. Extra health for Grunt. And yeah, I've got Mordin's loyalty. One thing I need to do before I go back to the ship. Actually. Anyone I haven't... I don't think I've gotten Kasumi's line here. Don't think I've gotten Thane's commentary. Apparently I haven't brought Kasumi along in quite a while. I haven't used her in a while. Huh. And don't think I'll be getting her Overload 4. Oh well. Alright. And I'm sure you can guess the last...
Erdnot has increased in strength after the destruction of Clan Werlock. Based on population profiles, Clan Erdnot has adopted surviving members of Clan Werlock, mostly women and children.
Good. I think Mordin comments on that being a good thing if you bring him along.
This could be different.
Nice knife. Looks really silent. And it fit in my hand perfectly. Maybe when we're done with the mayhem thing, I could come back and recover a thing or two.
Were you around when the female camps and the children...
Kasumi, you little kleptomaniac.
I barely survived the Maw during my reign. Guess that human's got a quad. You don't have the plates to try.
I don't know where Thane's
We're willing to
line
consider
is.
new directions. That's what makes Clan Erdnot strong. Place your bet on the pits, human. We won't regret it.
Here we go.
How comforting to be at peace with the instinct to kill. The Krogan are creatures of such pure, almost innocent reflex.
If you say so.
The pits have been a bloodbath.
Don't touch anything.
Anyway, last thing.
If you're gonna stand there, make yourself useful. I can't do anything until I build a replacement manifold for this damn Tuchanka.
I found a combustion manifold out in the field. Is this what you need?
That'll work. Faster than building one from scratch, at least. You just saved me 3 days' work, human. You've earned my time if you want it.
Yay! I get to talk to him.
What's that you're working on there?
I'm tuning up these machines for battle. It's a wonder this Tuchanka here made it back to camp. It could be worse. A couple more hits on the broadside, and this thing would have crumbled.
Krogan's placed so much importance on martial strength. How'd you become a mechanic?
How do you think those fools make it to the field to kill each other? Who do you think keeps the weapons working? Without me, there's no battle, just slaughter. I am the military might of Clan Erdnot.
Nice. Good for him. He's he's doing important work.
How do you feel
And he
about what
knows it.
Rex is trying to do?
The old man's crazy if you ask me. Which you just did. But that stuff fixes itself. If it doesn't work, Rex gets torn to shreds and we find out who's got the next best plan.
Fair
Let
enough.
me get out of your way.
Don't do me any favors.
Ignore them, girl. They're not worth the effort.
Alright, and at this point, there's nothing left on Tuchanka. I've even bought all the upgrades here. So, yeah. Goodbye to Tuchanka. Forever. So long, Tuchanka. It's been pleasant. It's been fun. Love Tuchanka's just desolated appearance. Mistress, nope.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
What? No, I haven't. I just checked. What the hell's wrong with you? I should mention, I don't know that if I mentioned this before, but there is going to be an email from Kirhi, the STG captain from
compensators, decimal 1-2.
From Vermeer in Mass Effect 1, the Solarian commander. There's going to be an email from him.
I gotta hit the head, Commander. We done for now, or do I have to use the bottle I keep under here? Commander.
Alright, nothing.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
He's going to have an email about how he heard that you're working with Mordin now. That he's worked with Mordin before. That he's, good at his job, but a bit of a cloaca. Not sure why they cut that, because it's would have been a funny email. I think the email is still in the in the source code, so it's still there. It's just it doesn't. They removed the trigger flag, so it doesn't actually. You don't actually receive it, but you can find it in the code. All right. Heavy weapon ammo. Krogan vitality. And since I am going to be completely and totally done with Tuchanka, this actually seems like a pretty good time to mention a couple of fairly interesting Cerberus Daily News bits. So there was actually a series of articles on Cerberus Daily News about a human reporter who was arrested on Tuchanka, accused of spying while she was reporting on a planet within the Republic of Gerst, which I guess is some sort of somewhere on Tuchanka, some sort of region of Tuchanka. Beyond that, there's also an extended series about a war on planet of Garvug, a planet that was primarily populated by Krogan and Vorcha. 3 corporations. There was an attempted corporate coup led primarily by 3 corporations. Let me refresh myself on which ones they were. But it honestly went on for it was a long series. it lasted for months. With corporate forces trying to overthrow the Krogan government. And I think we'll actually be able to visit or see the planet. We don't actually get to visit it, but we can sort of scan it at some point. Yeah, so binary helix, who you may remember as a fairly major one from the first game. As I recall, they're actually the ones who had Peak 15. Yeah, binary helix. They're the genetics corporation that we had to rescue from Peak 15. So binary helix, Guangli Solutions, and Sonax Industries. Those were the three main companies in charge of the coup attempt. Binary Helix and Guangli Solutions claimed they wanted to repair the planet. Sonax Industries was looking for mining rights. So they took down the government pretty quickly, but that just led to 6 months of guerrilla warfare, led by the deposed leader, Halet Rund. Eventually, the corporations announced a withdrawal from the planet. This actually just lured out the rebels. And then as soon as the rebels had retaken one of the cities, corporations just killed most of the rebels. So pretty good strategy by them. It then turns out that the reason the corporations went to war over Garvug was because of a cache of Prothean technology that they did not let anyone know was there. So they took over the planet in order to gain access to that, secretly gain access to that secret Prothean technology. There was obviously legal fallout. Sonax Industries was renamed to Core. Yeah, Core, I think it's pronounced. So, yeah, it was a, like I said, very long set of our, like I said, 6 months it lasted. Over 6 months, really. It was a little over 6 months that there were pretty regular articles about that war. And and this, again, as long as I'm done with Tuchanka, there was also a Cerberus Daily News article about rumors of a giant thresher maw that may live on Tuchanka. There were some people, it seems somewhat as a cryptid. So a lot of people just don't believe that it's that there is a giant thresher maw there. But I think the Krogan say that there is. But a lot of people think that it's just, Loch Ness Monster type of deal. Anyway, back to talking to people.
Still hard to believe Malin betrayed me. Betrayed my work. Disgusted by his actions. Proud of his nerve, though. Almost thought he lacked backbone. Hope he finds something new. Better goal, better purpose. Fewer torture tests.
I like his comment. I like his comment about being a little bit proud of his nerve.
You're really at peace with what happened?
Yes, of course. Can't change what happened. Life continues. Back to mission, back to work. Become like Malin otherwise. Solarian emotional processing faster than other species. Has to be. Short-lived culture can't spend time reminiscing.
So you really don't feel bad at all about what happened on Tuchanka?
Yes, correct. Now at least. Greatly distressed at the time. Stages of grief, loss, anger, rationalization. Dealt with it. Most issues settled on Tuchanka, some on shuttle back to Normandy.
That sounds nice.
Malin didn't seem like he processed his emotional response. He was obsessed with the genophage.
True, didn't mean to imply that Solarians were healthier emotionally, can still make wrong choices, bad decisions from grief, anger, guilt. Malin couldn't accept feelings. Made decision, executed. Probably before I left for Omega. Wish I'd seen it. Solarians still feel, just resolve it quickly. Explains lack of marriage, can't sustain courtship emotions. Or perhaps based on reproduction. Unsure.
What about Malin's data on the genophage? His attempts at a cure?
What about it? Have it over there somewhere. Not dealing with it now. Need to focus on collectors. Not important now, regardless. Appreciate you helping me back on Tuchanka. Should get back to work. Wasted enough time already. Lots to do. Talk later?
And he's back to normal.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Later, updating crew dental records. All Cerberus personnel have cyanide capsules in molars. Primitive. Ocular nerve flashbangs harder to disarm. Anything else?
I'll let you work.
We'll be here if you need me.
Ocular nerve flashbangs. That sounds pretty nasty. And I don't think anyone...
No messages for you, Commander.
There you go. I don't think anyone else is going to have anything new to say to me. Kasumi might have something, something new, but other than that... I know Jack doesn't. No, Jacob doesn't. Runt doesn't. No. Pretty sure no. Samara might. I'll try Samara, see if she does have anything to say. Oh, whoops. Wrong side.
There you are. This one security guy keeps staring at me. I think his name is Bert. I'm used to being watched by security, but they're usually staring at my...
Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
Later. I'd like to consider what we've already
I
discussed.
should go.
I shall return to my meditations.
Which means I am pretty sure I'm done with Thane. No, I'm done with Garrus. Because every time I talk to him, it goes back to the reach and flexibility conversation.
Shepard.
Anything new?
There is something I've wanted to tell you.
Hey!
I've done many things in my lifetime. I thought the galaxy held nothing new for me. Since joining you, I've realized how much more there is.
Yes, we get a good conversation
You
going.
must have seen many things in your years of travel.
As a maiden, I served as a mercenary. I fought tyrants and pirates. I experienced everything the galaxy has to offer. As a Justicar, I saw parts of Asari space few know about. I destroyed villages and saved cities. I even fought a Spectre.
Why did you fight a Spectre?
A Turian named Nihilus.
Oh!
He may have been on council business, but I witnessed him kill an unarmed civilian. Following the code, I attacked.
Nihilus seemed like an honorable Turian, and a good Spectre.
He may have been. However, killing unarmed civilians is wrong.
Not wrong.
When we met, I witnessed you
You're
kill
right.
a merc who had no chance against you.
That mercenary was armed, and I offered her a way out. She chose to ignore it.
Nihilus seemed like an honorable
He may
Turian.
have been. However, killing
How did the
unarmed...
fight turn out?
I had the advantage, but he was good. He returned fire and tried to run. We played cat and mouse in the wilderness for 2 weeks. It was exhilarating. Finally, he created a situation in which my only options were to let an innocent die or pursue him. The code compelled me to save the innocent, and he escaped. I admire how he adapted and used my code against me.
Nice. It's, yeah, I really like that. Yeah, that's a great story. And I like her admiration for him, and like her respect for him as an opponent.
Why would you destroy an entire village?
I tracked Morinth to a remote colony world. She'd perverted an entire town, making them worship her and bring young Asari as sacrifices. When I arrived, she fled, throwing her minions at me in waves. They bought her time with their lives. When it was done, only small children remained. I left them in the authorities' care and continued my pursuit.
Oof. That's kind of brutal.
What was being a mercenary like?
I was a young, impulsive maiden who discovered her talent for combat. I reveled in it, until the day my troop was hired to guard a mysterious shipment on its way to some clandestine drop-off area. I discovered the shipment was slaves, to be traded to the collectors for advanced technology.
Well, that's not good.
You supported the slave trade?
In my foolish youth, I'd certainly engaged in questionable practices, but never anything patently unjust. I demanded that we turn around. My mates disagreed. After they were dead, I brought the ship around. The collector craft was just arriving. They closed faster than I could flee. Fortunately, we were close to the mass relay. I got through, and they did not pursue.
I like how matter-of-fact she is about, like, of course I killed my team. Of course none of them survived. Survived me.
What did you do with all the slaves?
I lectured them on the virtues of strength and defending oneself. Then I distributed the armor, weapons, and credits of my dead colleagues and released the captives on the Citadel.
Sounds good. Makes me wonder what would have happened. What happened to them?
What have your years as a Justicar been like?
Mostly tedium and hardship. Traveling on freighters, wandering through rural areas, rooting out injustices, big and small, putting down corrupt officials. When I arrive in a remote area, individuals often approach me with matters of justice. My judgment rarely turns out the way they hope.
How do you pay for transportation between worlds?
Asari captains often welcome Justicars. We reduce pirate attacks. One raid was called off when the pirates were able to verify that I was aboard.
Wish people would back down when they knew I was coming. I mean, come on. I'm a hardcore badass. People know that. I'm a Spectre. And yet they still attack me as soon as they see me. So unfair.
We're not done with this yet.
I am sure. It will be my honor to be by your side at the end.
You think we're all gonna die?
You've assembled a powerful group, but we are fighting an unknown. I am ready for whatever comes, but I do not fool myself about our chances.
We'll finish this mission and live to see the end.
I hope you are right.
Of course I am. So, yeah, that's a good story. I like her stories about, her time. Anyway, with all of that out of the way, one last loyalty mission to do. So, next episode, I will travel to the Migrant Fleet and figure out what the Admiralty Board is thinking. What the hell's wrong with them? But for right now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.